Okay, good morning, everyone. I just, this is going to be a really quick meeting. I just wanted to give a quick update. The first is I met with Sustainable Connecticut, our fellows that are assigned to us for our application. They'll be helping me fill out the application. All of our actions have to be re-entered due to the new application format. Fortunately, we lost some possible points because of the new application, such as the community match funds used to be their own separate points. They're no longer once they're completed. Also, this week I met with our with our equity coach for the equity actions for silver certification. We need to complete 3 of those. We've done one currently for the farmers market. So I met with her, and once we've established our next one, we can go ahead with that. And then also yesterday I attended a Sustainable Connecticut meeting, and that's just about the community match fund. Whereas it used to be it's now capped. Community match funds are now capped at $7,500 match, which means like if someone puts in a pollinator pathway or does an art project, they will match up to $7,500, but not over that. However, if it's a renewable energy or reusable energy program, they'll match up to $15,000, which means you can budget for $30,000. If you raise $15,000, they will match. So that's the update on that. And the quick thing is we need to start working on our equity actions. We've completed the one for the farmers market. That was last year. So the idea for the equity action, and I'm really taking this from Darien because I spoke with Darien, and this is pretty much what they did, but is to have a equity action about our transfer station. It's just information. Equity actions is honestly just trying to get information out to the community. And please stop me if anyone has questions, but the transfer station would fit into our equity toolkit because we're looking to promote recycling as well as the food scrap program. So basically we would do what we did with the farmers market is we would just get members of the community who are not always involved in the meeting, as well as we'll reach out to organizations and just try to get information out. We'll reach out to Bethany at Human Services because low-income residents are able to get a dump transfer station pass for free. And we'll want to see, make sure that they're getting that information out to the community, as well as it kind of helps, Sustainable Connecticut feels that helps stop illegal dumping, whether it does or not, or the use of town, but also promotes for low-income residents recycling and the food scrap program. The Conservation Commission has already kind of started this for us because inserts going into the tax bill, which explains the food scrap program, has the map of the transfer station and has information about recycling. So that can be included in our equity action that the town has already started the process and sent something out to every resident in town. So basically all I need to get is pretty much kind of the okay from the sustainability team that that's the equity action that we're gonna pursue, and that
I have a question.
Yep.
If low income, how is low income defined? If I'm assuming that anyone who is in subsidized housing in New Canaan would be defined as low income housing, or excuse me, as low income, though there may be others too. You know, through our housing authority, I assume they can be in contact with them and make sure they're aware that you can get a free transport station sticker and about the recycling and so forth. Would that be a way to push the penny forward?
So I think this came up from our farmers market meeting last year. It was obviously we were in the middle of a pandemic and Bethany was new, but when Tiger had brought up that transfer station passes were eligible to low income, Human Services wasn't aware of that, and so we just want to make sure that they are. As to what are the guidelines of low income, I'm assuming that's determined, that's Human Services as well as the transfer station have those parameters of what is considered, what is the threshold.
So we don't know what the number is?
No. And when Darien did this themselves, they only had, the first year they did it, they only had 2 people sign up.
Okay, let's say I think I'm low income and I have to apply for a sticker. I mean, I just applied for my new transfer station sticker and there was no box check or anything that says, are you low income? Yes, free sticker. So
Oh yeah, because
what do I do? What would I do? Because that'd be part of it.
well, it would be that this would go through human services that already is in contact with people that would meet the requirements. So it's not something that we would be advertising as a sustainability team. It's something that we're just talking to Bethany about, and they would go through their clients. But what we would be doing for the equity action is we would be reaching out to the community to see their questions about how the transfer station works, how the recycling, how the food scrap program works, and go from there. But so the low income, we would not be advertising, but we would be talking with human services to make sure that they know that and that they are promoting that to the people they work with.
I assume that there's a way for fulfillment, and the way fulfillment means you have a customer in front of you and you know how to process the customer request. And that if I'm a low income customer wanting my free sticker, that the people who are in charge of handing stickers out know what to do when I show up.
Yeah, so that would be discussed at the equity action meeting with Bethany and with human services to work that out and find out how they do it and make sure that the information's getting out. And then what we're doing, of course, is we're just trying to reach out to the community to, if they have any questions, what they'd like to know more about the transfer station, what would be helpful for them to make sure that they are recycling properly, that they are, the food scrap properly, and to get that information out. So the concept of this is to get the community, to get information out to community members and find out how they want that information to them, how to better get it. Our farmers market equity action, they actually put on their website because we were so inclusive with reaching out to so many groups. And it's really just about getting information out to people and getting their feedback. So, so John, so those questions would be answered once we have those people there at the meeting. But I'm just asking on this, if everyone's okay, that's here, that we go forward as our equity action. It's really just gathering questions from people and then sending the information out, seeing how they want the information sent out to them, and that's it.
Sounds like an easy point to win.
It is. It's hard finding these equity actions in a town like New Canaan. Tiger, I don't know if you're on here, but I know that they mentioned the walk audit, but you've already done that, right?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah. So these are just as I said, I reached out to Darien. This is what they've done, and the Conservation Commission's already started the process for us with the insert. We would just hold a meeting like the farmers market, get people together, and then what questions they have, how they would want the information to them. I mean, it's always a situation where you're constantly putting information out there. It's just they're not looking sometimes where you're putting it, but that's it. So yeah, it should be an easy one. Darien got points for it. I talked to our equity coach. She said it worked with the toolkit. So if we're okay, I can start setting up the meetings and go from there.
Do we get any points for the Clean Your Mile? I would think we should get points for something on that one.
So we get that is a action that it's under like extra community actions. We'll get points for that. The houses, the new project at Canaan Parish, we'll get points for that. We'll get points. I mean, so some of the points are about homelessness that doesn't really apply to New Canaan so much. So we have to find the points where we can. But yeah, Clean Your Mile, we would definitely get points for. The goats at Irwin, we have points for that. So we're just it's just filling out the application right now, but it's those equity actions. We need 2 more and trying to put those together. So, I mean, should we take a vote if the transfer station equity action is something we should go forward with? Okay. All in
Yes.
favor?
Yes.
All right. Anyone opposed? All right.
Good.
Any questions? Please, reach out, if anyone can, reach out to organizations about the community match fund, because I'm always worried that money is going to dry out because it seems too good to be true. Bristow did really well by getting 10,000 before they did the cut, $10,000 match. So it's now 7,500. But if anyone else knows any groups that are looking that they could raise the money and get the match, I mean, some of these projects are, New Milford just did quilts on barns and they got $7,500. So, what is in Cheshire, Tiger? They just gave compost bins out to people for home composting through a community match fund. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do, and that's it. Any questions? Great. That's it. Thank you,
All
everyone.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Bye.
All right.